Hi everyone, it's Margaret Manning here, and welcome to Mornings with 60 and Me. Today is Tuesday, September 27th. So welcome to Tuesday. It is a kind of dark autumnal day here today. It's very moody. I don't know what the weather is like with you, but you get those days sometimes that are just a little bit moody. They bring out that side of you that is very reflective and thinking about what's going on in the world. And a lot is going on, and I'd like to get you up to speed and then share a couple of stories that maybe make you feel a bit more cheerful and bright. Now, I'm drinking my Earl Grey tea today. I like Earl Grey. It's a very classic tea, but it's my choice today. And hope that you've got a nice cup of tea or coffee and you sit down, relax, and we'll go through what's going on in the world. Now, of course, anyone that lives in the United States knows what the big news is, and that's, of course, the presidential debate that took place last night. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump shook hands and got started, and before too long, the sparks started to fly. They discussed everything from national security to race relations, economy, foreign relations. They covered everything. I actually got up quite early this morning to watch it because I wanted to see it live, and it was very, very interesting. But, it's up for question as to who won the debate. The polls coming out are obviously mixed. People hear what they want to hear in these debates. It was aggressive in places. They both knew each other's soft spots and hit them. But it was an interesting debate, and I'm sure that there'll be lots of coverage wherever you are in this world about that today. Lots of people watched. I think they guessed about 100 million, which is a huge number for a presidential debate. But that's what's going on in the United States, and I'm sure you'll know more about it by the time you watch this report. Now, in Colombia, the last armed conflict in Latin America has ended, at least on paper. The FARC rebels in Colombia have signed a peace agreement with the government. This battle went on for 50 years, and over 200,000 people were killed, millions were displaced. It was a very, very powerful battle, really, between the communist-backed rebels and the more conservative government, and in fact, several governments. And it's finally been signed. A peace agreement was signed. Symbolically, the pen that was used to sign the agreement was from a bullet. And I think that kind of represents the end of hostilities, and hopefully that can stay strong and the country can rebuild. So that's Colombia. Now, if you're thinking about moving to a new place, I've got an idea for you. It's kind of a wild idea. They've discovered in the NASA's space journeys and investigations that there just might be water on one of Jupiter's moons. It's a planet or a moon called what's it called? It's called Europa. I'm reading my notes here. It's Europa, and Europa is an interesting planet. They've actually thought about this being a possible place for water and maybe life of some kind for some time. And they've now been able to get pictures from the Hubble space craft showing that there's a water vapor. They call it a plume of water vapor that's coming up from the surface of the planet, going about 200 miles in the air. It's a long way, and then going back down again. They're able to see this activity. Well, number one, that astounds me that they can even see this stuff going on. But number two, that there might actually be a planet in our galaxy that is habitable for human life. So this is Europa, and you can read all about this online. It's quite a big story, actually, and NASA's very proud of the work that this Hubble spaceship is doing, is taking pictures of all over the galaxy, and that's what they've discovered in the Jupiter's moon called Europa. Fascinating. So anyway, maybe in our lifetime we'll see someone traveling there, and you never know. I think it's quite exciting. But another thing to remind, in case you're wondering what's happening to Prince William and Catherine, they are in Canada. They're in British Columbia. Yesterday they got stuck in pretty heavy torrential rain in northern British Columbia in a place called, it's called Bella Bella Indian Reserve, and it's the home to the Hiltsuk people. So they were visiting a lot of the tribes up in the northern section of British Columbia, and they're having a great time. I didn't see the kids with them this time, but it was pouring with rain, and so you women in Canada probably can attest to that kind of weather that comes this time of year. I lived in North Bay, Ontario for several years when I was young. It's in Ontario, but still far north. And the seasons were so distinct. You had spring, very beautiful summer, hot summers, and then autumn. And then it really would start like raining and snowing in October, and that was it till May. But yeah, very interesting place. I love Canada. So give a shout out to all our women living there. And I think there's someone in Halifax that just left a note yesterday. So I'm really happy to have you here with us. So that's in Canada. Now, in the UK, I have a funny story. This gentleman, well, he's a farmer. His name is Pip Simpson. He lives in Cumbria, which is up in northern England. He is a farmer and he has a lot of sheep. And over the past 4 years, his sheep have been stolen on a continual basis. He says he's lost 300 sheep in the last 3 years, 3 or 4 years. So he decided that was it. He was done with that. So what he did is he spray painted his little sheep orange, bright orange, and he's now got 800 of these sheep. The pictures are incredible. These sheep running down the hill, like a glow of orange. It was just amazing, like a little volcano coming down the mountainside. And apparently he's become quite a tourist attraction. People are driving to his farm just to see these crazy, beautiful little sheep, all painted orange. They're so cute, and I just thought that was a very creative idea by Pip Simpson, and hopefully that distracts the thieves, and they enjoy the view rather than stealing his little sheep. So those are my stories from around the world, and another story now that I'd like to cover with you is an article written by one of our bloggers. Her name is Terry Arts. Now, Terry is a life and transition coach. She helps women make transitions in their 60s. She's written a couple of books, and you can check out her profile on our website. And she's written an article on 5 things that women over 60 need to stop doing now. And these are really, I think, very practical ideas. And, we always talk about what to do, but these are things that she suggests we stop doing. So let's settle back, and I'm going to go through these one at a time, and I hope that you find this useful, because I know we all sit down thinking, how can we make our lives better, more positive, more constructive? How do we get that confidence back that we maybe had when we were younger? But the first thing she suggests is to stop looking for happiness outside yourself. Number 1. It's about your inner lens on the world. So stop looking for happiness in other places. And one of the common statements that she thinks people always say is, I would really be happy if I had more money or more friends or more something. And that, just turning the happiness lens out to other people, making them the source of your happiness. Don't do that. So that's her first piece of advice. Take responsibility for your life. Own it and bring that lens inside. Second thing is to stop living in the past. We've had lots of conversations about this, and all the comments about it's easier to write the new chapter of your life if you stop reading the old ones, and just how to leave the baggage behind. And of course, this is keep this kind of thinking keeps us in a victim mentality. So we're always regretting our past, thinking about what we did wrong, rather than looking at the future and being positive about where we have to go rather than where we've been. So that's the second thing. Stop living in the past. The next thing is to stop doubting yourself. And I think this is so common that decision making really starts to get hard as we get older. We think that, we're just not capable of making a good decision, or we're making the wrong one. And I think that we start criticizing ourselves for things that we feel we've done inappropriately or could have done better. And I guess her suggestion here is just to stop doing that. Stop doubting yourself and decide that you are in control. And I think that's a really good piece of advice. The next thing that Terry talks about is to stop scattering your energy. Try to do everything. And I think this is one of these very common trends. We read a quote yesterday by Jeff Bridges, and he talks about, this thing of like feeling this need to just do stuff because, time is short. We're not sure how long we have on this beautiful planet. And that's one of the things Terry thinks we need to stop. Just to stop thinking about doing everything, filling all the empty spaces, to basically focus in on the things that fill our passions and also are aligned to our values. Not to try to do everything for everyone else or even to try everything out. Just focus on the things that you know you love, that you do well, that you enjoy doing, and to really surround yourself with the people and and be in the places that encourage that, that give you that kind of confidence to, just to focus on what you love. And then the final thing, I think this is a really common one for lots of us older women, and that is to try to stop controlling everything. I think it's so common when we've been responsible for so many years. We've had children, perhaps. We've, tried to manage the family and really, just try to be on top of everything. Or never show any sign of failure, any kind of weakness. Never ask for help. We just try to control everything, and that is hard to let go of. I speak from personal experience here, and I think a lot of people feel this, that, we want to somehow define ourselves by what we can control and limit our risks. We don't like to make mistakes or to be criticized, and that's something I think we have to let go. So those are 5 ideas of things that maybe you are thinking about letting go in your life, and changing the lens from being externally focused to thinking about yourself. What do you really want out of life? What needs to go? So those are the interesting food for thought article today. And I'd now like to switch gears a little bit and remind you now who is the winner of our beautiful pomegranate face masks. Now, these are really cool. I actually tried one last night, and they're great. They're really, really fun. But we have 2 winners. I said I would pick 2 people, and the 2 people I've chosen are, first one is Isolt de Burka. Now, Isolt, I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, Isolt de Burka. And the other one is Kanani Elaine. Now, Kanani, I don't know whether Elaine is your last name or a second first name, but Kanani Elaine, I would love to give you this little pomegranate mask and hope that you both enjoy them. Treat yourself, just maybe have a little glass of wine or cup of tea, put your feet up, try the mask, and let us know how it is. But congratulations. I'm doing these little giveaways every day because I love you and because I really want every day to be a celebration and a surprise. So I've got a new present for tomorrow. Now, where is it? Here we are. So this is something that I actually would love to have myself, but it's a battery-powered heated eyelash curler. Now, if you watch my beauty videos with Arian Poole, we talked about this heated eyelash curler when she was doing my makeup, and it was really, really amazing. Now, I don't know about you, but you get these little creases in your eyes as you get a little older. Putting the eyelash curler on your eyelashes can really pinch. It's not a good way for some people to do that, their eyes, to curl their eyelashes. And that adds a little bit of definition to your eyes. But so to stop that pinching and using kind of a manual eyelash curler, she recommended an eyelash curler that's heated. So you literally just, after you do your mascara, you actually have a battery in this. You turn it on, it warms up, and then you just hold it against your eyelash. Like 2 seconds, 3 seconds, and it curls your eyelash. So you don't have to worry about manually doing it. It's all done with this magic eyelash curler. So I have one of these I'd like to give to someone. If you've been looking to experiment with this, or you just think it'd be fun to try, leave your name in the comments below and leave a comment. It can be about our story today. It can be about the eyelash curler. It can be about anything that you like. Just get engaged in a conversation. I talk to other people, and I'll choose one person randomly and give this away tomorrow. So that's my present for today, heated eyelash curler. Now, first of all, before I close with my quote and question, I'd love to just, again, thank you again for being here. I say it every day. I mean it every day. I really, really do appreciate you being here. And I love how the conversations are going now. People are talking to one another, helping out. We'll have little challenges and things on our minds. And I'm loving the sensitivity. So thank you, everyone. And tell your friends. Go up to 60andme.com/mornings and join us. Now, my quote for the day, and it goes back to the story by Terry, is by someone called Liana Tankersley. And she says, "One thing that you can control is how you treat yourself. And that one thing can change everything." I really like that quote. We need to be gentle with ourselves. Stop doing those things that are hurting us and just be positive, constructive. So my question for you today is, are there any things in your life that you would like to let go? Leave your comments below in the section underneath the article and tell us what you think. Are there any things in your life that you would like to let go? I'm looking forward to joining the conversation, and thank you again for your comments and for being here. I hope you all have a great Tuesday. Have fun today, enjoy yourself, and I'll see you all back here tomorrow on Mornings with 60 and Me. Bye-bye for now.